So, what is lupus? Lupus is an autoimmune disease where your body attacks itself. There's different side effects, different ways it shows up. So everyone is different. Everyone has different reactions to it. And this is my story and how I got it and how I'm dealing with it. My name is Vicky, and this is my life. So it all started 5 years ago after I had my son. He was my second child, and he was born full term. And a few weeks after I gave birth, I started noticing I had a lot of joint pain. My fingers, when I would wake up, would be very stiff and they would hurt. My elbows would hurt. My knees would hurt. It would hurt when I would walk. So I went to see my primary care doctor and she referred me to a rheumatologist. He then did a lot of blood work on me and diagnosed me with rheumatoid arthritis. He put me on steroids called prednisone, and after a while those weren't working, so he kept upping the doses on the prednisone. Also during that blood work, he saw that I had positive antibodies for lupus, and he asked me if anybody had ever told me that I had positive antibodies for lupus before, and I told him I didn't know what that was. So passing forward, after prednisone wasn't working for me anymore, he moved me over to a different steroid drug called methotrexate. So I started taking a low dose of that one. Again, my body would become immune to it, so it would stop working for me, and I would need to up the doses and up the doses. Eventually, I was doing injections 1 time per week to get the steroid into my body. After about a year or so of that, I got tired of it. I was just tired of taking medication and not feeling good. I still had a lot of joint pain. I still had a lot of flare-ups, and I was just tired of taking all that medication. And I knew it wasn't good for my body. So I decided to do something else with myself. At that point, I started working with a chiropractor who was also a natural medicine kind of doctor. And he suggested I go gluten-free for 2 weeks. So after the first week of going gluten-free, I noticed a huge difference. I felt so much better. I just felt awesome. So I was like, that's it. 1 week, I'm done gluten for the rest of my life, no more. But like maybe 3 weeks after that, my body started to have withdrawal symptoms from the drugs that I was taking before. It was a very hard couple weeks. It was more than a couple of weeks. My whole body ached hardcore. Like I couldn't get out of bed. It was horrible. I literally felt like I was dying. I remember my husband would come in and see me lying in the bed, and he would say, you know what, just take the medication. I want to see you feel better. Just take the medication, please. I need to see you better. But I was like, well, I already went through so many weeks of this pain. I don't want to, take a step back and start over the medication. But I remember he would beg me just to take the medication so I could feel a little bit better, so I wouldn't be in so much pain. And I stuck through it. I got over that. Still being gluten-free. I was feeling awesome. I was feeling better. But it was hard. It definitely was hard. So I was feeling a lot better after that. For a few years, I then got pregnant again. And when I went to see my new OB doctor, she asked me if I had had any prior medical issues. And I told her, well, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, but I have been controlling it or taking care of it with a gluten-free diet, and that helps me. I don't take any medication for it, and I haven't for a while. So automatically she did more blood work. I mentioned to her that I had positive antibodies for lupus. I said I don't know what that means, but that's one of the things that the doctor told me a long time ago. So she did blood work, and I still had the positive antibodies for the lupus inside of me. So she automatically made me a high-risk pregnancy. All throughout my pregnancy, they were monitoring my baby, monitoring me. I had a lot of ultrasounds done where they checked my baby's heart rate to make sure it was growing, because that was one of the things that it would affect, would be her heart, first of all. So they did a lot of monitoring. I remember maybe every other week I would go get ultrasounds done. I would go to see specialists where they would do a lot of exams on her little heart to make sure she was okay. Towards the end of the pregnancy, things got a little complicated. I started having stomach pain one night. So I went to the emergency room. I knew it wasn't the baby. I knew it wasn't anything to do with the baby, but I had a lot of stomach pain. And I went to the emergency room. There they said that I had really high blood pressure, and they said I had severe preeclampsia. So they had to induce me to get the baby out for my safety and for her safety. I was 32 weeks pregnant with her when she was born. I went into the hospital on Sunday night, and Tuesday she was born. She was an itty bitty little baby. She was 3 pounds 3 ounces when she was born, but she was healthy. She was able to breathe on her own. She was really tiny. So after my daughter was born, again, I started having chest pain. I had had chest pain before, and they said it was due to the inflammation around my rib cage due to the arthritis. So I knew that it was because of the arthritis, but I still, I went to see the doctor. The doctor referred me to a dermatologist, but I didn't want to go see the same dermatologist again, because I knew he was just going to put me on drugs again, and then the same story repeating, upping the doses and upping the doses. So I didn't want to go see him again. So I asked her to send me to a new doctor. She sent me to a new doctor, and as soon as I got there, I told her all my symptoms. I told her the chest pain that I had been having, that I had had before, and automatically she said, you know what, that sounds like lupus. That all those symptoms sound like lupus. I'm going to do blood work, but I know it's lupus. So we have to put you on medication to get the pain under control. We have to get the lupus under control and we have to check to make sure all your organs and everything is still okay. So she did a lot of blood work. Right away she put me on prednisone. I was breastfeeding my newborn baby, so I didn't want to take prednisone. I didn't want to take anything, but I really wanted the pain to go away because my chest hurt so bad. It was like a pain where I couldn't breathe. When I would lie down, it would hurt. It would hurt so bad, like 1,000 knives stabbing my chest. That's what it literally hurt. So after talking to her about breastfeeding and the drugs, she's decided to still put me on prednisone. She said prednisone was safe. A low dose of prednisone was safe even if I was breastfeeding. So I did that. called me with the results. She said it was positive for lupus. That's when she diagnosed and said, it is lupus. You now have lupus. So she said, we have to keep monitoring you. You have to keep coming to see me, and you have to keep taking the medication. But I still didn't fully understand lupus. I just knew it was an autoimmune disease, and that it would attack my organs if I didn't take care of it. But once I started taking the prednisone, I started feeling fine. I didn't have pain anymore, so I wasn't taking the prednisone like I should have been. I was just taking it on and off, on and off. And here and there, I would have pain. I would have some joint pain. I would have some little flare-ups here and there, but I didn't really pay attention to it. So after I was diagnosed, I had a couple other big flare-ups where my chest was hurting again. There was one occasion where I had, out of nowhere, I feel like my whole body was just aching. I felt like I had gotten hit by a car. Horrible stuff. And I would go see her, and again, she would just up the doses to control it and then taper me down again. So this last flare-up I had was a couple of weeks ago. I hadn't gone to see her maybe about 5-6 months, and she was very upset. She almost had me in tears when I went to see her. She, reminded me that this was a very serious condition, that I needed to take care of myself, and I needed to have regular visits with her to make sure I was okay, that she needed to keep monitoring me, that she needs to keep doing tests and blood work to make sure that I'm still okay. So that's where I'm at now. I have lupus. From my last visit, she put me up onto 30 milligrams of prednisone, and I'm slowly going down every 5 days, going down 5 milligrams until I feel better, I guess. I have good days. Some days I feel very exhausted. Like, I can't get out of bed. I can't do much. It hurts. But over the years, I've gotten really good at hiding my pain. I've gotten really good at pretending to be okay, to not have any sort of pain. But I'd say about 80% of the time, something is wrong. 80% of the time, I have some sort of pain somewhere in my body. But I've gotten really good at hiding it. But after this last visit, like I said, she really scared me. She really was concerned. My doctor was really concerned for me and my health. So that's why I decided to change. I decided to take it seriously. I decided to take my health seriously. I had my daughter with me, and she looked to my daughter and she said, if you don't want to do it for yourself, like, do it for your children. Your children need you. And that's when she got me. I was like, yeah, my kids do need me. So that's when I decided to do more research, find out more, and start taking care of myself. That's at the point where I'm at now. I started doing research, and I found a doctor. I found Dr. Brooke Goldner, who herself had lupus, and how she cured it, and her methods of everything that she had gone through, and how she went through chemotherapy, and how she cured it. And that's where I'm at. She wrote a book. I haven't gotten a hold of the book yet, but her main thing that she did was start a vegan diet. So that's where I'm at right now. Taking my health more serious, watching what I eat, what I don't eat, mainly. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm still new to the vegan diet. I still don't fully understand it, but I know it's something that I have to do to feel better. So this is my journey. This is me, I guess. I guess I could validate so I can, I don't know, keep up these good habits, keep up my eating habits, and see where it goes. So thank you for watching this video. I hope, I know if you clicked on it, you must be going through some sort of same experience, some sort of same symptoms. I know it's hard. It's really hard. So we have to stick together, you know, encourage each other and help each other. So feel free to leave a comment with tips, ideas, and stuff that I can do. I'm willing to try anything to feel better. So thank you so much for watching this, for taking the time to watch this. Thank you, and God bless you.